Guys, Fortnite is one of those games where one little trick can make a huge difference. If I knew these 10 tips before I started playing, I would have won so many more games way sooner. Today, I'm sharing 10 Fortnite tips that I wish someone told me earlier. So for tip number 1, I recommend switching to keyboard and mouse if you're playing on controller. And hear me out before y'all go spam the comments with angry Timmies, okay? So controller is good and all, it has aim assist, and it's easier to learn than keyboard and mouse, but there's a bunch of side effects to it. So keyboard and mouse, you have a lot quicker reaction time. Your aim is going to be a lot better than that aim assist that doesn't even work half the time. And overall, your building and your editing is going to get 10 times better, and that is the main point of this game. And you don't have those advantages on controller. Here's me on controller. I played it for 4 years. You know, I'm decent, I'm not good. And here's me on keyboard. You're just able to do so much more. You're so much faster. So in my personal opinion, for the best tip that I can give y'all, switch to keyboard. It took me about 2 weeks to master it. Honestly, it doesn't even take that much work. If you play 15 minutes a day in creative like this, you just practice your building binds, I promise you that you'll be insane. Alright guys, so the second tip that I'm gonna give you is go to your settings and make sure your sensitivities are where you like them. If you haven't looked at these yet, then I don't know what you're doing. You're already behind. Make sure you have these set to whatever you want to. So if I set this to 11.3 right here, and if I go back and I miss an edit or I'm like bad at editing, then I would go back and I would either lower it or higher it to whatever I want it to be. So everybody tells you to copy their settings, but I don't recommend doing that. I recommend doing what you like. Set it to what you like. Test it. If it doesn't work, then change it. You need to master these. These are going to help you so much. Alright guys, so for tip number 3, I recommend you mastering your building and editing keybinds. You need to get these down and know how to use them properly. So what I recommend is going into a map like this, and you just want to free build for 10 to 15 minutes every single day before you hop into a game. And before you totally ignore this one, a lot of people just overlook it, but honestly, this has probably been one of the best things that has gotten me better at building and editing. My aim is really good, but honestly, I think my building and editing is what I'm best at in this game. And it's all because of me just taking a couple minutes out of my time and going and practicing it. Just remember guys, a little bit of practicing goes a long way, so make sure you practice. So tip number 4, you're going to go back in your settings, and if you're playing on keyboard or mouse, this is going to apply to you. If you're playing a controller, then you can skip a little ahead. So make sure you have auto confirm edits on. So a lot of YouTubers are going to tell you to keep this off, and let me tell you why you don't. So you can right here, you selected these, and you can move around and you won't select these. See, a lot of people tell you to use it or not to use it, to keep it off, so you can peek people like this. But let me tell you, this is terrible. It's another bind that you have to press to confirm it. So that's me. I clicked my mouse button and then you have to confirm it again. It just makes your editing so much slower, and honestly, it's terrible. I do not recommend this setting at all. I recommend you going in there, you changing it only to edit, not to the other one, and your edits will be so much faster. Look. See how much faster they are already? Make sure you keep that setting on. This is something that probably a lot of people aren't going to worry about. But if you are brain dead, you probably have your inventory organized like this. So I recommend keeping it organized better. I recommend putting your shotgun second, your AR first, SMG third, and then a heal, and then your grappler or whatever. A lot of people are going to overthink this, but it actually does help, and it's been proven by some pros. So I recommend you keeping your inventory however you like it. It doesn't have to be like this, but make sure you know where that certain item is. Tip number 6, a lot of y'all are probably not going to want to do this, but you need to get your butt out of creative and you need to go play some ranked games. I know you guys might not be that good right now to play ranked games, but let me tell you, if you play ranked and you level up and you get into those sweat lobbies, they are going to make you so much better. Like, creative is good and all to practice, but you run 0 ping and you run like max FPS. You need to go into a real game and experience what it's like. You'll get even higher ping and lower FPS, which is not good, but it gets you in a real game situation, and overall it'll just help you practice like a real game and just get you better. Alright guys, so for tip number 6 is you need to learn how to protect yourself more. So if you're in a 1v1 situation and you're just building, just like ramping at somebody like this, you're most likely gonna get beamed from somewhere. So you need to learn how to protect yourself. Make sure you place cones above your head. Just place a lot of buildings. This also goes along with the second tip that I gave y'all, and master your editing and building skills, because these are going to help you a lot in the game. And honestly, this is what the game is becoming to. It's just whoever is better at editing and building. So I recommend you learn how to protect yourself a lot more, and overall that will get you killed less and you'll kill more enemies. So for step number 8, this one honestly gets overlooked a lot. I recommend going into a map like this and practicing your piece control, because like I've been saying, your piece control and your building is one of the main things that you need to focus on in this game. It'll get you a lot better and just make you overall a better player. I'll put all the map codes in the description so you have all of them. So I recommend going in any of these, and you need just practice. It gets you so much better. Oh, I know, maybe I need to practice. Oh, holy. Alright guys, so for tip number 9, I recommend going in another map like this, and you need to practice your aim. This one also gets overlooked so much, but let me tell you, if you practice, the more you practice, okay, you know what guys, cut that. I'm done. Video ends here. Goodbye. Just kidding. Okay, so if you hit more, bro, what? Number 9 that I'm gonna give you is go into a map that's in aim labs, and you need to practice your aim, because practicing your aim is going to make it 10 times better. The more you practice, the better it's going to be. It's like how it works in everything else in real life. You'll be hitting 200 pumps like crazy, and overall you'll just see a big difference in your aim. So I recommend doing this. For tip number 10, I recommend taking breaks in between games. So hear me out before y'all say anything on this one too. So you might want to play with your friends for hours and hours, but if you actually want to get better at a game, you need to take breaks. This will help reset your mindset and not make you rage so often, because I know some of you right now, you'll have some rage issues at this game. So if you take a break here and there for about even like just 5 minutes and just go outside or do something, go get a glass of water to cool you off, it'll make you so much better and you won't be in that rage mindset. But guys, that is going to be it for today's video. If any of these tips did help you, then please make sure to let me know in the comments. And if they helped you, make sure to like and subscribe. That's the least that you can do, because these videos do take a long time to make. And I will see y'all in the next one. See you guys.